Sony is doubling down on its decision to get rid of physical media despite industry-breaking backlash. Like, I have never seen backlash like this toward any game company ever for anything. I mean, it has been non-stop harassment on their social media accounts for, well, ever since they made the announcement, what was it, like 2 or 3 weeks ago? Every tweet they put out there, every YouTube video they post, everything Sony related, or at least PlayStation related. Again, it's a big company. It's kind of like Disney. They have different divisions. So anything related to PlayStation, they're getting attacked and dogpiled on social media over this. And gamers are done. And it's not just gamers. It's also retailers and their partners. But they're doubling down. They're going to go ahead and do it. I think they're like, well, by 2028, you all forget about it. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think this is going to be an ongoing thing. And I think it could potentially tank the release of the PlayStation 6 because gamers are pissed off. They're like, I'm not going to buy a machine where I don't know if I own my games forever or not. That's stupid. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. If you'd like more Clownfish TV and you'd like to listen to the audio version of Clownfish TV, go out to iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts. We are there with an audio version. So thank you very much for that. Check us out. And yeah, again, it's not going well for them. This is coming from Genki Japan. Sony CFO Lin Tao says discs are not a big factor of differentiation between PS5 and PC. We don't feel that the disc is the factor to differentiate us from PC. Our strength is the curated content. That's one of our strengths. Well, pretty much everything coming out for PlayStation is coming out for PC now anyway, because they need the money. I'm like, what's the difference? The game environment being stable, that's another strength. And compared to high-end gaming PCs, our products are more affordable. So it's basically they're admitting we're a budget cut PC now. That's what PlayStation is. That's the PlayStation brand. Are you too poor to afford a gaming rig? Then buy a PlayStation, you broke motherfucker. That's PS6 for people who want a gaming rig but can't afford it. There's PlayStation. Oh my God, guys. That's like, yeah. It's like you thought the whole PC Master Race thing was bad before. Oh my God, this is going to be like gaming class warfare at this point. It's going to be like, yeah, you broke motherfuckers. You can't afford a gaming PC. You got to go buy a PlayStation. Chump. Anyway, we don't feel that the disc itself is a strong factor for differentiation. So going forward, we can coexist peacefully with PC games. I think it's a big factor. I think with consoles, physical media is a big factor. I think that is just something that consoles do. People collect console games, not so much PC games. They never really have. I mean, PC games used to come on physical discs, but the discs, it was temporary. It's basically about getting it into your machine. Floppy disks, whatever. It was a temporary thing. They used to put, back in the day, because I'm old, they used to put PC games in boxes and they would have like cloth maps and stuff like that because they had to incentivize you to buy the physical disc because people were just making copies of discs and giving them to their friends. Not that I did anything like that, you know. Then they had, I know with the D&D games, because I played like almost all the gold box and silver box games, but they would have like keywords or whatever you'd have to find in the book. You know, so like, oh, you have to have a physical copy with the physical manual to be able to play this game. That's okay. You just go to the library and you Xerox off the pages and you give them to your friends. And then you give them a copy of the game. You know, that's how you did it back then. But yeah, it's a huge factor. People collect cartridges. They collect physical media. Limited run games. I'm not a big fan of them, but limited run games made a business out of selling people physical games to collect. So yes, it might not be a big deal for Sony because all they're looking at is we'd save so much money if we didn't have to manufacture discs and split that with a retailer. But for consumers, it's a big deal. Having a physical disc is a big deal. I just want to show you that everything PlayStation posts now. This is what 47 minutes ago. Broken Lore. Don't like introduces AI companion Mickey-chan to the horror game. All right. First post. Stop hiding behind unfortunate indie devs, you cowards. Hashtag fuck Sony. No disc, no buy. How about don't like the death of physical games? They said, we put a lot of thought into this. This is the result. What am I collecting here? Just a code. Yeah. Broken Lord, don't lie. It's funny you should promote a game with such a title. Nothing against the game itself, but the jokes against you write themselves at this point. PlayStation, I won't support liars or traitors. You're both. Fuck you, Sony, you deceitful people. I'll be getting my game on PC. Well, there's no difference, right? There's no difference between a PlayStation and a PC. At least with PC, you know the deal. Yeah, the games are digital. You know the deal, right? And Steam so far hasn't yeeted any games. GOG definitely doesn't. If Steam ever gets sold, God forbid, they'll do the same thing. Sony has proven themselves not trustworthy when it comes to owning your digital content because they just got rid of a whole bunch of movies. Ahem. Physical discs, not BS. Getting rid of physical is just R word. Yeah, Sony explained the importance of physical discs 13 years ago. That was under different times, different management. But back then they were trying to get you to be like, oh yeah, this is why you buy a PlayStation over a PC, because you have physical games that you own, that you collect, that sit on your shelf. And that's not the case anymore, right? I mean, it's always, it's whoever's in charge, right? I love this though. PS1 CD-ROM, PS2 CD DVD-ROM, PSP UMD, PS3 Blu-ray, PS Vita game cards, PS4 Blu-ray, PS5 Ultra HD Blu-ray, and PS6 Vaseline. There you go, guys. It's bullshit. It really is bullshit. So anyway, they're not budging on this. This is coming from Kotaku. I can't believe I'm actually quoting Kotaku. They've been trying, I think, to course correct a little bit. I'm not seeing as much Trump derangement in their video game news lately. I think they're like, oh yeah, people don't actually come to a video game site to read my political opinions. Imagine that. But Sony not budging on ending PlayStation discs in the face of fan protests. We're going to cautiously move this forward. Cautiously move it forward. So this is Lin Tao. She said, when I think about the future, we put a lot of thought into the time. We cautiously considered this. We came to this conclusion, and we're going to cautiously move it forward. And to this decision, we have received various opinions and people have strong views. No shit. And we understand that the community has put forth those views to us. No shit. Games are loved by many people. It's a form of entertainment that's loved by people. This is what? This has to be translated badly. And it's connected to people's fond memories in many cases. We understand those emotions. We want to consider that in the digital ecosystem. How do we engage the gamers is something that we'd like to continue to explore. DLC, upcharges. That's how you do it. You charge them more. Sony responds to the backlash over ending PlayStation discs. We put a lot of thought and time into it. We don't care. Some players are trying to put together an initial boycott of PlayStation by way of a week-long blackout in August. Whether it's closing beloved studios like Bluepoint, pursuing a misguided live service strategy, canceling fan events, leaving PSVR S2 to die, or being completely out of touch with the franchises players want to see return. Where's my Ape Escape follow-up? We need another Ape Escape game. PlayStation has never felt more disconnected from its community. That's true. It is just a budget-cut PC. One investment analyst during today's briefing pressed on how the end of the disc will impact Sony's relationship with retailers and how it will continue to differentiate the PS5 and upcoming console hardware from gaming PCs. And she basically said, you know, they're curated. They're curated. Well, you know what's going to happen? ROM hackers are going to curate those games on PC. And they're going to be on certain websites to download and play on the PC, probably better than the PlayStation 6. I'm just saying, like, I don't think you understand the hell that's about to come, that you've unleashed on yourselves, Sony. When it comes to gamers, when you piss gamers off, it gets ugly. And this is not going to end. It's not going to go away. They're not going to forget about it, especially when you drop the announcement for the PS6 and there's no disk drive. They're not going to forget about it. Yeah, this is it. Severance, 8 hours ago. Top comment, let's be real. They ran the numbers and realized they would have a small percentage increase in profit by ditching discs and additional profit, and that they wouldn't have to be backwards compatible at all, as well as forcing all users to buy new. Yes, that's what it's about. They don't want you buying a pre-owned copy of whatever, you know, your FIFA game from GameStop. They don't want you borrowing your friend's game. They want you buying your own copy and owning it and having a license for it. That's what it's about. There will be zero savings for the average gamer. They'll just be pocketing extra cash from not needing to make discs. This is purely based around carefully considered return on investment. It won't change unless gamers actually refuse to buy games without discs. And I don't know how it's going to go. I think normies are just going to do it. I think the hardcore gamers will be like, no, this is a bad idea. But I think normies will be like, oh, okay, I don't have to go to Walmart and buy my game anymore. Okay, that's cool. I'll just download it. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows? If the games suck, it doesn't matter. If the console winds up coming out, the PS6 comes out and it's like $1,500, it's not going to matter. People are going to be like, it costs too much. I don't own the games and the games suck. Pass. I'm going to go back and play my PS2. I'm going to dust it off and bust it out again. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.